This is a video to demonstrate a few tips and tricks that will help you get and stay organized in Google Drive. The first thing I want to show you is how to alter your landing page view and sort folders and documents in your Drive. Next, I'm going to show you how to organize your folders, and finally, I will demonstrate some options that will help you customize your view in Google Drive. So to begin, I'm going to come up here to the Omnibox and type in fcpsschools.net to get to my Google Drive. Alternatively, if you have your Google Drive bookmarked, you can access it that way. The first thing I want to show you is how to manipulate your view in Google Drive. Depending on your preference, you may prefer one over the other. So over here in the upper right-hand corner, you can see there is a little icon that shows you the different options. So right now, my view is of the priority landing page. And in my Drive, you can see it's as a list. It's in list view. But I can change that to grid view if I prefer that my folders be displayed in a grid format, folders and files in a grid format. For me personally, I prefer the list view. From the list view, I want to show you two ways to sort your files and folders. The first here is under the name column. If you click on the arrow next to the word name, it will sort your folders in either ascending or descending order. So if you want your folders to display in alphabetical order, you'll want them to be in ascending order. You can also sort your documents by the date they were modified, and more particularly by the date that they were modified by you or opened by you. So next to the last modified, you can click on the drop down arrow and choose the option you wish to sort your documents by. Once you've chosen your preferred layout and sorting view, you should review your virtual filing system. While everything does autosave in Google Drive, having a system of organization will help you retrieve files quickly when needed. The first thing to note is the importance of naming conventions. So I'm going to come over here and sort my folders in alpha order. So you can see here I've already begun naming my folders using a number. Like I mentioned earlier, your folders are automatically sorted by alphabet. So your A's, your B's, your C's, depending on if you're sorting it by ascending or descending order. So with that in mind, if you want your folders to appear in an order other than alphabetical, you're going to want to amend the naming convention to add a number prior to the name of the folder. So you can see here, I have a school storage folder that I want to appear first. So I've named this folder 0-school storage. To rename a folder so that you can place them in the order of your preference, simply right-click on the folder and then select rename. And here you can rename your folder per your preference, clicking OK. So if I want evaluation to my evaluation folder to show prior to my school planning folder, I might come here and select rename, and then I will put a number 3 before evaluation, and then I will amend my school planning name and make that 4-school planning. Once you've named your folders so they are organized as you prefer, you can do a few things with the folders to provide further organizational enhancements. The first is color coding, which you can see here I've already done. This is like choosing a folder color back in the day for all your classes. To change your folder color, simply right-click on the folder name and select Change Color. From here, you can select from any number of colors provided. So, any color that resonates with you for the particular topic of that folder, you can choose that color. Now, hypothetically speaking, if I were a student at McLean High School, I might choose to create 4 core folders in my drive. So to do that, I'll come up here and I'll click on New. I will add New Folder. And the first folder I will create would likely be called Freshman Year. And because this is going to be at the top, I will go ahead and put a 0 in front of that name so that it sorts accordingly. I also then might create a sophomore year folder. And a junior year folder. And finally, a senior year folder. Within each of these folders, I would create subfolders labeled by subject. So I will create an English folder, science, so on and so forth. And then I'll color code those as well. This is just like buying folders at the store, which you may have done when you were young. But here you apply that same logic to organizing your virtual space. Once you've created the folder structure you want to, and you've organized things accordingly, perhaps you've color-coded some folders, if a particular folder or file is accessed often, you may want to consider starring that folder. This will provide an even easier way to retrieve frequently used documents and folders. To star a folder, so for example, if it's my freshman year, I may want to star my freshman year folder because it's something I'm going to access on a regular basis, while I likely will not be accessing the sophomore, junior, and senior year folders that I have created. Those are for a later time. So to do that, I'll just click on you can do it a couple of ways. You can click on the drop-down arrow next to the folder name, and you can click Add to Starred. From your My Drive, you can also right-click on the folder name, and you can select Add to Starred. Here, you will see a star appear. And then for easy access, rather than navigating your My Drive tab, you can go to your Starred tab on the left-hand side, and you can see here all of the documents and folders that I access often. And it will be an even easier way to access those items. Now that I've demonstrated a few ways to organize your Google Drive, I want you to give it a try. Take a few moments and experiment with your organization to come up with a system that works for you.